Good afternoon, people. You're here again with the GoodFathers. Myself, Mike's.
Jams.
I'm Keith.
And today's topic, we're going to be talking about the battle between the new family and the old family. Basically, yeah. Mm-hmm. Meaning, your family, your immediate family, meaning your missus, your partner, and your children, when they get into scenarios or little beefs with your original family, meaning your mum, your dad, your brothers and your sisters and whatnot, and the battles that go on, and whose side should you pick?
Basically.
If it's a side picking thing, then basically then. So what the man reckon?
Why? From experience, it's a case of, I don't know. I think because I was in it early.
As a young person.
Yeah, like I said, man, I had my son when I was 18, you get me? But me and his mum was together from he was like 17, you know, so. Mm-hmm. But from early days, my mum always used to say like, yo, that girl's trouble, you get me? Like, don't go there, like. She even had to do like research, because you know when mums does research, like she ain't joking, you know when mums, you don't feel a woman that is right for her son. Like there's no woman that can stop that woman from doing what she needs to do. And she used to tell me all the time, like, don't do it. And maybe used to listen, car, you know, man was young, thought I was in love, thought she loved me and whatever. So you was just riding, you get me? I said, weren't listening. Then when she got pregnant and that's when the situation kind of got worse, you get me? And Mum's just kind of like, yo, I remember saying like, I'm not even gonna lie, the best thing that can happen for you right now is for that baby to kind of disappear. And I said, but what do you mean? Like that's my baby, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's when it started to get like, nah, I'm not even riding my fam no more. If that's what they think. Like even my nan used to say certain things, and like a couple of my other people used to say something. I'm saying this is my family, and like that's my girl, and I'm having a you, and that's how you talking about it. Like forget it. So I just told her, come and just we're riding in it, me and you get me? And same thing with her family, like they didn't really like me, and it, like my dad didn't really like me, didn't accept me, so it was the same for her. He was saying, yo, he's not happy with having a youth, man. To be honest, he disowned her. They disowned her when they found out she's having a youth with me, so that's what I'm saying. We were just riding together, and for them first couple of years, everything seemed bliss, like we had each other's back, and we were just doing our thing, but it's come like after Liquor Man dropped, all that riding together we had, all that ride or die shit, man.
It's out the window.
It was just gone, bruv. Like,
so right there to stop you then. Not meaning to stop you. Do you think your family could tell there was an issue with the lady?
Yeah.
Do you think it's just a family thing to do?
No. You see what I
like? Hold on a minute. Like, you know, you get me. Your mum's always going to protect you. You could have met the fucking queen, but she's going to tell you like, be careful of her a little bit.
That's what I thought. When I was young, like I said, I'm young, so I'm just thinking, you know what, mum's just telling me bullshit. You get me? Like, she's just hating. You get me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just thinking, yo, I'm happy. You get me? I don't want to see me happy. God, there's a few other things me and mum used to go through when I was young, so. Like I said, my mentality then was different. Like I said, to hear that, I'm thinking, I'm just hating on man. Like, forget it. I'm not even trying to hear all of this. Like, my nan's talking a mad thing, my uncles are talking a mad thing. Like, I don't want to hear nothing from nobody, but I'm riding with her, innit? And I wish, like, I did actually stop and listen. You know what I'm saying? Because when you know what I'm saying, when I got that punch to the face, like,
it's like raw.
I was like, raw. This is what my mum and that was talking to me about. Like, you actually are no good. You are a psycho. You get me? Like, you ain't come from no good background, and I was too blind to it because I loved Jenna and you was having my youth, and I was happy having a youth.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I was
obviously you want your youth to come into the best environment it can. You get me? And if you've got your parents making you feel a little way about your own kid, then obviously you're automatically gonna say, you know what, family then. that's how you feel about because that's where your passion would have been, and the fact that that's my youth.
That's my son. Yeah, that was my youth.
So it's probably not even the girl that much. Do you get me? It's more old on a minute. That's my kid.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
I was blinded. That's my son. So I'm just saying,
riding
by him. You get me? Like,
wherever
I'm saying wherever he is, wherever he goes, I'm there, and obviously she's a part of me. So that's it. You get me? And that's what I was riding for, and obviously I still ride for my son, but. As for his mum, obviously like, everything just changed. You get what I'm saying? When when certain arguments happen, and before I know it, I'm getting feds phoned on me. You get what I'm saying? I'm getting shit to jail and all them things like just for bullshit. And I'm saying, what the fuck? Like, I thought this was my ride or die. You get me? Like, I remember the time. Imagine this is a time. Yeah, me and her, we was when I was in my hostel. Yeah, she used to come stay with me a lot of the times. And at the time she was with me for about a week. Yeah, at the hostel. And on the Sunday, my nan asked me to come to church. You get me? Mm-hmm. So I said, safe for coming. It me, her, my son went to church, and that son was probably about 6-7 months old at this time. You get me? Still young. So obviously we gone to church, and nan saying, I've cooked you like food, and that come round to the yard. He's like, all right, safe, nan. Like, I know what you're doing now. You get me? But all right, cool. It's nan, innit? You can't say no. So. Gone round to the yard, and obviously Nan's tricked us. My mum's there because these times me and my mum ain't talking, and me and her mum ain't talking. So tricked us. Like we got there, my mum's at the yard, her mum and dad's at the yard. You get me? Like
full on party like that.
Yeah, full like what's the intervention kind of thing?
Full on party there still.
Blood clots go on in here. So I tried to drag my nan and say like, what you doing? And like, are you gonna do me like that? She's like, just talk. Just everyone talks. I said, all right then, cool. So obviously before we got in, me and my baby mothers looked like each other like, what's going on here? We're saying don't know, but obviously we'll just deal with it and we'll go in it. If you don't like what we're hearing, we'll go in it. So I said, all right, cool. So we got in there, and mum, I remember mum saying, we brought you here today because the environment for little man's not healthy, and we want to try and create that healthy environment as parents, you like as parents and us as grandparents or whatever. We want to try and create that. So.
Which is good though.
So it was kind of like, all right, then safe. And we're saying, obviously we know there's issues between you two, so like what's kind of going on, you get me? Baby mother's gone straight away. Kieran's had me locked in the yard for the past 2 weeks. I haven't been able to go nowhere. I'm not allowed to go shop. I'm not even allowed to get fresh. I'm looking at this, my mouth dropped, I'm saying, what the fuck?
Saying the girl snaked you.
Blood straight away. She's like, I've only come out today because I knew I was getting out of the house. I'm just looking around, and I'm shocked. But my mum, I'm looking at my mum's face. I can remember looking at her like.
Told you so. Like you.
And I was like, and I remember that day rocked me car. When she left, obviously they took my son, and went back their business, and I was like, what the freak just happened? I just had my son a minute ago, and now he's coming like I'm not even gonna see him again for a bit. I don't understand. This girl just throw me under the bus. You get me for what? Jonathan, he grips him up. He's did this, he did that, and I'm blood. Even after I didn't say a word. Come saying how is this girl just gonna done that to me?
From 0 to 100 real quick.
And that was the girl I was riding for. This is the girl I just left my whole family for. You get me? And now I'm sitting there looking like a dickhead in front of my mum. You get me? In front of my sister, in front of my family, like they're saying, look, we told you so. And I'm like, bruh, I wish I actually listened. And then from there, it was just all problem after problem.
Did you struggle before? Let me stop there. Did you struggle to then get back on terms with your family and that? Or afterwards, like say you and you, like you said, you learned that you.
I didn't still, because like literally after that moment, like I said, it hit me so hard. And I remember as I was leaving and my son was leaving, and he was saying, I could just hear him saying, dad, you get me? And obviously I just broke down. I'm saying, bro, I never expected this at all. I never expected to get thrown under the bus and my son to just walk out like that. So obviously, because I just broke down instantly, and my mum and nan, they were just there for me. You get me? My sister was just there, like, don't worry, you get me? Like, it's not, they weren't a thing, even though to a degree at first it felt like, I told you so. It wasn't a thing like that. It was just like, look,
I'm looking at you.
Like,
you have to remember,
we're gonna sort this out now.
See,
properly,
when it comes to parents and siblings, I don't know if man is spiritual, but it comes down to spiritual. Like they can see shit that you won't necessarily be able to see. You'll probably be blinded by. You got to say to you. I've got a similar situation. My brother, the first time I brought my first baby mum back to the yard, and he was like, "Yo, her energy's off. Don't bring her back." And I'm thinking, yo, you're just hating, innit?
Yeah,
you're just hating thing. And once again, I wish I listened. Can't remember me and half of the problems, but it's just like, it's a learning curve, innit? It's a learning curve. It's one of them things where, yo, you don't heal will feel.
Yeah.
And man felt in it.
Definitely.
Man really felt.
Still feeling up till now, bro. You get me 10 years down the line, so. It's one of them, like, this is what I was saying earlier, like, when I was talking about the same kind of situation with Harry and Meghan, innit? If not like our man has left his family, if she was to leave him, the woman I'm feel sorry for Harry, like, it's a fuckery thing, and I'm saying nah, because I was young, so I didn't know nothing back then, innit? Yeah, Harry's a big man. Before they got married, my man had that time, innit, to know if this is what he's gonna step into, bringing a black woman into his family, and if he wants to continue that. So
see, I hear you,
aspect, I'm not gonna say, yo, that's a mad thing, because it's mad. I won't say it's kind of fucking, but I won't feel sympathy for him, because he knew what was gonna happen the moment he got me there instantly, like.
Yeah. But there's a possibility of it ending in it, everything. Yeah.
So for his situation, it's not gonna be the same. You get me? Like, I wouldn't feel away, but
at the same time, if it was to end though, I think. So people would look at her and think, yo, like,
if you're using Harry and that again as a reference point, I seen someone talking on Instagram the other day talking about how selfish she must be. Like, for instance, now how selfish your baby mum must have been by making you cut ties with your family, knowing that, yo, okay then. So for instance, you cut ties with your family, you're riding with her, yeah. You two break up. You got no home to go to. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Which isn't like.
No, it happens.
For using that as a reference point, that is a true fact, isn't it?
But this is what I'm just about to.
But love is blind, though, bro. He's not gonna be able to see that.
Listen, you know what? It's a little bit different.
You just do what you're doing, innit?
Like, because he
loves her.
Yeah, but this is the whole topic,
he
innit?
has to think a lot more deeper than whether love is blind or not.
Nah.
He has to think.
Nah, not even because it's royal. The only reason he has to think, the only reason why, what I'd say, okay, then, like as you said, if you're using it as a reference point, the only reason Harry has to feel any type of way is merely down to the race thing. Do you understand? Because only reason he should feel any type of way is because it's his youth, and like that's his youth. You get me? So if his youths, the reason why his family don't like his youth, like his girl, is because she's black, because she's of colour. His youth is of colour. He don't need to go back to his family. I wouldn't. You get me? If my nans and them saying, yo, man, don't like you look brown, you get it? Man ain't gonna go back there. Do you get me? So his thing's a bit easier, realistically, if you think about it, because you don't need to go back to there once you've got, you know what I'm saying, once your youth's involved. But realistically,
I don't think, like I said, I don't think there's any form of sympathy that needs to be felt for Harry if that was to happen. You get me? Like, if you're saying that, then yeah. Then if they did split up and there was a custody battle for the child, who do you want the youths to go to then, Harry or Meghan?
Bro, not my youths, I don't care, fam.
But obviously, but like you said, but you said if you're reading off Instagram, innit, that's gonna be, it's gonna be a next topic, and if that becomes a trending thing, it's gonna be an Instagram topic, innit? So who you gonna want the youths to go to, Harry or Meghan?
Because yeah.
Say it. No, say it. Say it.
I'm gonna say it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's real, bro. It's real, bro. It's real, bro. It's fucking real. It's real.
Because even though
it's going to Harry, bro. It's going to Harry. It's going to Harry.
Never, bro.
And this is why I say you can't feel sympathy for him, because no matter what, Harry.
Yeah, but you gotta feel sympathy for him. Like you said, you gotta feel sympathy.
But I do feel sorry for him.
No, but you gotta feel sorry for him.
If that was to happen, I would feel sorry for him, because he's gone into it thinking, he's made this family with this woman, innit?
Yeah.
So he has to go into it, I'm gonna protect her, this family, whatever happens. So
but
he's gone into that thing.
Both gone into that thinking, innit? That they're both gonna have this family now and look after it.
See what he was thinking before.
Exactly, when it goes back to his mum, it goes back, it goes back down to his mum.
He never liked the royal family.
Exactly.
What happened with his mum.
So
I think that has an effect on it as well. 100%.
This is what I say, to an extent, you can't feel sorry for him, because he's always wanted, it's like he's always needed an excuse to leave. And now this is his chance, isn't it? This is the line. This is his chance to get up and leave. So even if he was to break up with her, I can guarantee he wouldn't even run back to them. He's gonna go and do his own
but that's
thing.
what I'm saying. That's the only reason why it's
He's never been that.
He's never.
He's always been a live wire, innit?
No, of course not. You can say that, but family's family, bro.
Nah.
Of course, family's family. Fucking bro.
Family, but yo, family can still do you bad.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. Family can still do you bad, but you gotta realise is the problem is with the institution and the family, bro. Like for instance, my mum, like. I've seen the interview, bro. So when he's talking about his brother, he's talking about his brother's distant, but he still loves his brother. Do you get me? Like you're still gonna, you get me? It's not, you're not gonna like if it weren't your brother that turned around and said the words or the certain things. Do you know what I'm saying?
But you can love a man and not talk to him again.
It's heart-wrenching. It's heart-wrenching.
You can love a man and not talk to man again.
No, you can.
Nah, and I think that's...
So is that what man are saying then? Man are gonna pick. Well, that's what I'm saying.
I think the love for his brother is a lot different.
No, but this is where we're all getting confused because this is what I'm trying to say. So, okay, then from your story that you just told us, you picked,
I picked my baby mum.
Your baby mum, and you wish you didn't.
Yeah.
But then when man are talking about Harry, man are saying like, it was normal for him to do that.
I feel like.
Do you get me? But
I feel like
I've got no regards to the fact that he's just lost his whole family, bro. Do you get me?
I don't because, like I said, I never wanted to leave my family in the first place. I never had that feeling to say, I feel different than my family. You get me, like,
situation.
No,
but all that. But what I'm saying is, like when we talk, this is why I don't. Like I said in the last episode, I don't like talking about because we don't know anything. So people, we could talk all strongly opinionated on what the whole Harry situation and how he felt about his family because of his mum. But we don't know that, so we can't. I don't like to talk on that like we know that. You get me? What we do know is like what we see. Like.
We see that my man's jumped up and left with Megan. It's not a thing of she took him away.
Yeah.
They've made that decision together.
But I'm saying that's what I'm saying. He's made the same decision you made, then, isn't it? To pick your woman and your child over your family. But
you see, any man though, I think any man would. If your girls tell you, yo, I'm pregnant, I think any proper man
is gonna go
with the woman and his child. I think any proper man's gonna do that.
But at the same time, he's always gonna have that in the back of his mind. No, I want this to work between my family and my kids and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you're always gonna want.
Yeah, that's the end. Like, that's the end game.
That's gonna be the end game, innit? So if there's not that thought there going around in the man's head at some point, then it's pointless, and it's pointless even trying to.
So let's jump forward into the future. So your story that you said about what you went through. So say we jump forward with Harry and Meghan, and then a year's time, because at the moment everyone's like, yeah, Harry and Meghan done the right thing, like forget the royal family, like. Yeah. Say in a year's time, it turns out that Meghan was using him for. Then are people going to be like?
But this is.
You're gonna have people that be like, see, I told you.
Nah, but you know what it is. This is what I'm trying to say about that whole story. It's a hard one to use in this story, based on the race and the racial issue is the biggest issue with that issue. Yeah. You get it?
So otherwise, William and Kate then.
So if you was to say William and Kate, if you was to find out, then Kate turned around and she was cheating on fucking William and she was doing the dog dirty and what not.
She's a dog.
Then he could go back to his family. You get me? The reason why Harry I wouldn't say can't or wouldn't, it's because he's got a child that he feels. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like he's like, that's my little man, and you lot aren't repping my little man.
Again,
so that's why
William back,
you get me.
William follows in the dad's footsteps.
Yeah, but that's what I'm. No, but we just try. I use the William and Kate thing because what we trying to get at with this chat, it's hard to use that as a reference because the biggest problem in that reference is the race. Do you get me? So it's hard to use it as a reference.
William got with a black girl.
No, what I'm saying is, like we're saying, it's hard to use it as a reference because the biggest issue is the racial issue. The issue isn't. Do you know what I'm saying? If the issue was just the case of the Queen and them didn't like Meghan, then it would be easy. It would be cut and dry, easier to use that as a reference. Do you know what I'm saying? But we can't.
So if Meghan was white.
Yeah, and she. Okay, then. So if Meghan was white and she took Harry away,
then you would still be entitled to be king. That's how deep it is.
But that's not the topic we're on about. The topic we're on about is the fact that if Meghan and Harry was white, yeah, and Harry would Harry have chose his wife over his family? This is the topic, innit? Choosing your wife and your new family over your old family when things kick off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you wouldn't have to. You wouldn't be thinking.
No, but this is what I'm saying. Could have been, innit? I'm trying to say take race out of it if there was an issue that wasn't race. Do you get me? They just didn't like Meghan. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, then what do you do? This is what the topic's about.
Yeah, I understand because of
like, what do you do, innit? Like, for normal, like, fuck, like, even to scrap that whole conversation about Harry. We're talking about normal people. Then the initial problem is
that they had with her was obviously she was already married before.
Yeah, so who would you choose?
So they didn't like it because of that. The marriages don't really, the royals don't really tend to take.
Nah, but what I'm saying is forget about their whole story.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Take it into a normal, like a normal person.
If you're talking about normal things, then that's one of the normal issues they had with her, innit? That
she was married before. Yeah. That could be.
Then look, like you're saying, and besides race,
that could be an issue. If she got children before.
Yeah, so if
she was already married and divorced, you know what I'm saying? So they didn't like that, innit?
So would you like? That's what I'm saying. So would you say? So if you had a choice, not had a, obviously everyone has a choice, but if it was like, okay, then you and your girl, boom, who do you pick, innit? Like, for the viewers and that, like, who, like, this is what we're trying to get. We're trying to,
man.
How would you maneuver the whole situation? Do you get me? Because there's people who are actually going through. Like, obviously, I know that the rules are going through it, but like, let's bring it back to like real people and like, fuck them for a minute. Let's bring it back to the real people, the people who are watching it, people who might be going through the shit.
Who do you choose, basically?
Not even who do you choose, but how do you go about the whole situation, bro? Because, you know what I'm saying?
First of all, the royals ain't really going for it.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's a whole. That's what I'm saying. Just forget about them for a minute. Like, just forget about them. Stop saying their names. Allow them.
Yeah, fuck the royals.
You get me? Bring it back to the normal people. Yeah. What would you do, bro? Because it is a serious problem, bro. It's a serious problem where you know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't been through it personally, but I can put myself in other people's shoes easily, you know what I'm saying? So I see it as from another person's point of view. How must it feel, yeah, when you're in that battle, bro, and you got your mums and them saying like, yo, your girls and them is a dickhead, bro. Do you get me? And there's toxic beef between your mum and your girl, bro, or your dad and your girl. Like what do you do in that situation? Because it's like, okay, then you can it's cool to lock off the family, or it's cool.
I would say personally,
it's a mad one,
especially like based off your story and your story as well. Is that, you know, how you say like, your family warned you before, say this is a bad person. Like, me personally, I look at that as whatever happened after that is coincidence. That's how I personally look at it. Because you mentioned about it wasn't.
The fact that they actually turned to the bad people. That's what I'm saying.
It's like, because I can imagine there's loads of people where their family's like, nah, that's a bad person. But they've stuck with them, and then they've probably got married, and they've been together for like 20 years. And they've
done good.
And it's like,
it's only,
to me that's coincidence.
So it's easy.
The fact that they didn't like them.
Yeah.
And they turned out to be a bad person.
Yeah. That's coincidence. Yeah, that's what I'm like.
I
don't know. I believe.
But that's what I'm saying. You that are gonna say that because your thing turned out that way, innit? But at the same time, maybe it's true.
Nah, I say again.
You believe in more fate.
Yeah, things are written, man. Things are written. I
believe man was meant to go through that hassle.
100%.
To be here now.
Yeah.
If we never went through all that, we wouldn't be sitting here having a GoodFathers podcast ever to talk about these things.
But I just think the fact that when they were saying they were a bad person, but they, at the time when they said it, they were a good person.
But you see another thing as well. I think it determines how the person says it to you.
Yeah, cool.
Cause I don't know what your situation was. My brother was like, yo, my girl at the time walked through the yard. She's gone upstairs and he was like, yo, don't bring her back in this yard again. Her engine's off. You get me? If he sat down to me like, yo, bro, boom, 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 boom. My energies don't take to her, rah, 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 rah. I could be like, okay, I understand you, but it's the way that he said it to me, you get me? He
Dropped
was just
it
like,
like that,
yo,
yeah,
and
just-
he's like, don't
Yeah,
bring me
like-
back in this
and you're
yard, you know what I'm
thinking,
trying to say to you?
huh? What?
I mean, where the fuck's that come from?
Well, you're bad. Yeah.
Where's that come from? So I think it depends on how the person says it and who it is that says it as well. I think that has a major effect. For example, now, if my sister was to say it to me, I'd probably listen to her a bit more. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I think that has a factor to it as well. Still, like,
But at the
who-
same time, we kind of skipping the big problems in the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, now you've chose your girl and your kid, and now like even little things like Christmas dinners and that. You get me? You get me? Like what? You can't bring that family to that family. For
Yeah, no,
Christmas
but
dinners.
I wouldn't say man chose.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man just never listened. I never
Yeah, but
chose.
it's a hard. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. It's like it is a hard battle for someone.
But you have to remember,
who's
it's
going
your
through-
life though. It's your life. Ultimately, you make the decision.
Yeah, of
so
course.
whatever someone else got to say to you.
Yeah, I know
it's
that.
about
I
that,
know
bro.
that. Like I said, I know that, bruv. You got to realise that we know that, but it's also, like I said, Christmas dinners and that. It's also a case of then all the other grandchildren that get together link up. My youth don't link up with you, lots of youths. Do you get me? Like that's horrible, bro. That's horrible. That must be horrible for a person, bro.
What I would personally do is, if my family didn't like my other half, I would still. I don't think I could like disown or hate my family for that. But that's their opinion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
what
of
I'd
course.
probably do is like.
Just live two
I'd still
not
bring
separate
my
lives,
son
but
round Christmas Day. I'd just have to split my days in halves, innit? I'd
Yeah.
spend it with my family at the beginning, and then have dinner, and then go back to my missus.
well, even that's horrible,
Well,
isn't
that
it?
shit.
That's horrible, bro.
Yeah, it's horrible. Like,
It's
horrible,
like
bro.
not, you might as well not have Christmas at all because it's not real Christmas, innit? You're having two separate Christmases.
Yeah, looking at the time, thinking,
Yeah,
oh, when do I have to go to
yeah.
go see my other
Yeah, everyone has
my
said-
nan and granddad said they didn't like my partner. Like,
As a man, like I said,
I still couldn't not see them on Christmas,
yeah, of course.
and I still want to go and see them, as much as like.
But that's when you
I probably
find.
wouldn't wanna-
But that's when your subconscious finds mad little thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I got work. You know what I'm saying? Your subconscious will find a reason to not go, not go. But that's what I'm saying when it comes
I'll
to
still show
when
face.
but when it comes to siding, sometimes the siding is that deep, bro. That it's like
Yeah.
you feel like.
Obviously,
who do I
the
pick,
extent
bro?
they hate
Because it's
the
like,
person.
you know what I'm saying? It's like literally like beef, bro. You
Yeah.
understand? Like, imagine that you know two guys, yeah. And, like I know you, and you two are beefing, bro. Yeah, and I'm
kind of trapped in the middle. Innit?
and I'm trapped in the middle. It's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? But in this case, it's like, which one do you pick? Like, you know what I'm saying? People must be thinking like, I must have to pick.
No, like I said, at the young age that I was at, 17, 18, I'm just getting to an age where I'm being able to make my own decisions. So to be told that I shouldn't be doing things, it's like, what are you on about? Like, I can make my own decisions.
Yeah,
now.
especially at that
I
age
can
as well.
do that, so
Yeah, of
I'm going
course.
to do what I want to do in it,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
what
of
I
course.
wanted to do then. But, you know, the age I'm at now, like, thinking back about it, I wish I did listen, you get me?
You see another
This is what I
thing as
say, I'm at an age now where I can't fall back into that same situation, and I
Yeah.
can't. If somebody's telling me something, they ain't telling me just because it's.
But that's what I'm
bullshit,
saying.
it's not
Luckily
good
though,
now, innit?
luckily
So-
you didn't break the bridge though, innit? Like, luckily your bridge weren't fully burnt, bro. You gotta think about certain man, bro. Certain men are falling out with their family to the point they can't
no
go
turning.
home,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah,
Do you get me? Now you're running around with your new family and you can't go home, but then something might happen with your new family, bro. And it's like, then you've got fucking nobody, bro. Do you get me?
That's why I said I'll still keep it. Like, I'm still busy.
But at the same, like,
But sometimes that might not be the option.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
either
yeah.
one or the other. You get what I'm saying to you? So then what do
They
you
might
do?
give you that option.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, like,
But what are you doing?
what am I doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm one of them youths, bro. My youth, you get me? That's my youth, bro.
So you're
bro.
yeah, see, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. So
I think that's what most men are gonna do that because, no offense, you're always gonna look like, as you said, you was looking at your mums and them like, yo, you just a hater, bro. Because that's originally what you think rules are, innit? You think rules, and you think your mum's telling you, like, for instance, you think your mum's telling you to go to bed at 8 o'clock because she's a hater. Like, you're just a hater, mum. You don't want me to stay up. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So you automatically just think your mum's like, you don't know. Like,
But you see
even
them-
though we know that your mum's gonna want the best for you, we don't think that at the time. Do you get me?
But you see,
Like,
at them
when your
ages there,
mum's
though,
advising you something,
16, 17, I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, as you, 17, 18, yo, you consider yourself as an adult, innit?
Yeah.
So when people, like, when my brothers do, I'm thinking, yo, I'm an adult now, man. I ain't listening to you. I don't
That's what I'm
listen to
doing,
you.
but
You
this
know what I'm
what-
saying?
that's what
So
I'm
it can
trying
be
to-
classed as a form of naivety where you disregard what the other person's saying because you consider yourself as an adult, you know what I'm trying to say to you, but it's not always the case, man.
To make the decision now at the adult ages that we're at now, like you shouldn't be. As what we've been through, man shouldn't fall back into that or shouldn't be in that position. And this is why I say for certain people, if you're at the age now and you're making all silly mistakes, but then I can't feel.
but at the same time, you can't see life like that. Like, for instance, if you was to go back now with your knowledge, you'd think that's a good idea, like to listen to your mum and that. But you can't live like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'll just say, me personally,
You can't live
this
like
is
that.
how I am.
How the fuck
If
that?
I'm to bring a girl around to my parents' house for the first time, like I'm not bringing her around for approval. Like I'm not asking for your opinion. I'm just saying this is
Who
what
she
it
is.
now.
Yeah.
I'm
that's
with this
my-
person. I'm not going around and then saying like, so am
Mum.
I allowed? Can I do? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
And then, you know, if something happens later down the line, then to me that's just like, obviously depending what age you are, that's just a life lesson. Like you just deal with your own.
No,
if
true.
you want to be with that woman, carry on in it, and then if something happens, it happens.
It's true, because eventually your mum's gonna do that anyway, innit? Eventually your mum's just gonna, like, I know my mum, and my mum's just eventually gonna say like, yo, you're a big man, bro. Do you get me?
Yeah, yeah.
I can't.
That's what I mean.
I can't
They
tell you
should just
your
be
girl's
like-
a fucking idiot every time I speak to you, bro.
They should just-
Your girl's a fucking idiot,
and
but
if
if
they
you
don't
can't see
like
that
her-
by now, then you're gonna have to just bond your skin and learn that
And
way.
if they don't like her,
Do you get it?
they shouldn't be telling you on the first meet. Oh, I've got that feeling.
But you see, when
This-
I look back into my situation, I think that was part of the reason why man moved out early. I moved out like 17, 18. Obviously, I'm bringing my girl back to my brother's. I already don't know my brother don't like her.
Yeah,
He don't
yeah,
want her
yeah.
in the house. So whenever you see it, it's just gonna be awkward. You know what I'm trying to say to you? So I thought, alright, it's safe. Let me just
I
get
need
my
my
own
own
space.
spot,
You know what I'm trying to say to you? So I don't know. It's like things happen in mysterious ways sometimes.
Yeah,
innit?
no,
Like,
it is a techie
you know what
one
I'm trying to
still.
say? So
But like I said, I just feel sorry for the people who are actually going through it, because it's not you get me. It's not a nice situation, bro, when you can't bring your family around your family, bro. Because I'm one of them people that my family's weird. You get it? Like I just got a family, bruv, and that's just who, like, you know what I'm saying. Like my baby mum didn't understand it at first, and I'm saying like, yo, you're just family. You get me? Even when we split up for a bit, it's like, yo, if you want to go and check my mum, bruv, go and check my mum, because we are family, bruv.
Yeah,
but that's how my family are, so I can only go by what we used to. You get me? Like I grew up where my mum and dad wasn't together. My mum and dad split up, but my dad's side of the family, when they got things popping, mums and them's coming through. You get it?
Yeah.
I'm just used to just a family, bruv.
Even
like
if
once,
you're not
once you're connected through a child or something, bro, you're just family, bro.
Same with
This-
me
they
and
just-
my son's mum. Like,
This just shouldn't be an
like
issue,
her
bro.
parents, like, I could literally just go to their house.
Yeah, that's
and
what I'm
walk through
saying.
the door without saying I'm coming,
could you do that?
and just be like, "Oh, you're right," and they'll be like, "Oh,
With
you're
my
right."
son's mum, no. With my daughter's mum, yeah.
Yeah. See,
I could do that.
Same.
I did
I
that
can
today,
see.
to be honest. Like, yeah, just turned up like, yeah, I'm here,
See.
and
Because
the
they
first
look
thing
at
they said
me
is,
as
"Do you want
family
food?"
Yeah. See, I could do that with
Same.
my second son's mum, but my first, boy, it's like, I say, yo, I don't know.
That's mad.
Probably get
But you know what the maddest thing is though? It's mad because I couldn't do that. But if my son's nan was to see me, like, should all show me mad love.
See, but this is the weirdest
Should
thing,
all show me
fam.
mad love.
This
But
is
she
like the
won't
same as.
she won't try and sort out the situation.
Yeah,
you know, you
it's
get me like,
blood,
what's
it's
yourself show me mad
crazy.
love?
It's
So
just exact
this
same
guy just
situation.
like, you know what?
Yeah, because you gotta realise sometimes it's a case of people like, she probably loves you.
Yeah,
you get it?
but her
But it's like,
it's mad,
I'm
fam.
not dealing with all the problems.
Yeah,
you get it? I'm not like, if I see you, it's all love. You get it? But I'm
She's
not
not
dealing.
there for that.
She's not here.
I'm
Yeah,
not-
nah,
I'm
of course,
not
you just need to be a nan, innit?
I'm not dealing with your bullshit. You get me?
But if there was to fucking intervene,
Yeah.
yo,
That's
No
how
problems.
that's how I had to learn. Like I said, over time, I started to learn and see, like, you know what? when I used to see that she's just sitting there doing nothing as a nan, I'm like, bro, you're a dickhead, you get me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not doing nothing, bro. Like, you're just letting all this shit happen, bro. And you know what I'm like, you know I'm just cool and whatever, and you ain't doing nothing about it. But now, obviously, I have to see, you get me? Like, that's it. Certain things, it's not for her to get involved in that. Like, she's the nan in it. If look, my name got her to go to, then what happens then? You get me? And
it's true.
I could understand it. You get me? I could to a degree, but then. Like I said, I still say the soul. You know, you can't just bring my son out to me every now and then or something like. Not even that. But it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. I just think the 10 years ago me would have listened to the future me now. You get me? And you know.
See, I can't say. See, in my situation, I wouldn't say I would have necessarily listened. I would have taken it on board.
Yeah,
probably would have. You get them.
Be more smart.
Yeah, basically, probably would have. Things probably would have lasted a bit longer.
You know what's weird? I can see what you are trying to do because it's weird because you've got a kid. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that's so incredible to you has come out of the weird situation. It's like you're struggling to say. Listen, I would have fucked it up. You get what I'm trying to say? Because you know, if you used to say that, it means you wouldn't get a child.
Yeah, of course.
Do you get what I'm saying? But realistically, what you're trying to say
I never get my son on. It's just a situation. It's just the situation. That's what it is.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I can feel it when you're talking. Like you just like you wanted to say, "Yo, I wish I just fucked it all up. Fuck you." You know what I'm saying? But then it's like,
you see,
it's difficult.
You see, when I talk to certain man, all right. And I tell them, yo, the things that man have been through, they're like, yo, you should go through that. Look how young you are, you can just say to you. It's like, these are big man problems that you're going through. And yo, man's been going through 10 years, bro. 10 years straight. You know what I'm saying to you? So it's just one of them ones where, yo, you roll with the punches in the end of it still. But in my aspect of things, if what happened 10 years ago is to happen tomorrow, I take it on board, but I still go off my own. Off my.
You gotta be, like you said, you gotta
man, bro.
Like you say, man ain't listening. Like, man, them ain't listening from 5, bro. I'm not listening. Like, mums and them could give me advice, and I ain't been listening for fucking. I've never listened, bro. Put it that way. Innit? So. Man, them don't listen, innit? So when people are trying to say to you, oh, your girl's no good and that, man, are just being what men are, innit? Like, fuck off, bro. But that's my little shawty, you get it?
I think on a whole...
That's my youth, that's my shawty.
Man should listen a bit more, innit? Especially...
Now, I think...
But you see, the thing is, with listening though, you see, if you listen to certain people too much, it becomes a dictate, like they could dictate your life.
But you gotta realise,
you have to be able to.
But alright then, deep this one, you gotta realise how many women there are there. Like for instance, I know women, bro, who fucking can't stand mommy's boys, bro. If you listen to your mum too much, bro,
you know what?
They don't like it, bro. It's like a connection, bro, between the mums and the girls, bro. Like sometimes the mums don't like the girls, but sometimes the girls like, yo,
you know what?
Everything like you just want to fucking answer to your mum constantly, bro. Like we could be in the middle of a Mac tenors, you get it? You're answering the phone to mumsy and them, like allow mommy for a minute, you get it?
What? Obviously, I say that though.
You get it?
I say that though because obviously, like I say, if I listen, I wish I did because, for instance, my mum told me, you know, this girl's been growing up through the court system, so she's used to going to court for certain things. So don't get it. Don't think she won't take you to court at some point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
I said, a young me listening to that, I'm saying, what are you on about? Courts, like. But I'm having a youth, that's it, I don't want to hear nothing.
Yeah.
But now I wish I listened, you know what I'm saying? Because what ended up happening to me, she took me to court and come up with all this shit, and the whole way she went about it, I can see the court system is nothing to you and your family because you clearly have been through it. Like now, I'm not expecting, I wish I did listen to my mum. You get me? Because I wouldn't, I still would have my son, but I would have dealt with it in a way where it wouldn't have gone to court. 100%. You get me?
But saying that though, you're saying that, but she could have took you to court for anything. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you?
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is though, what I'm trying to say though is if you listen, like for instance, if you listen to your mum so much, you could be in a situation now where it's worse on this side. You know what I'm saying? So for instance, you're turning around and you're saying, okay, then I should have listened. But if you would have listened, we could be sitting here thinking, I shouldn't have fucking listened. You know what I'm trying to say?
be
That's how life
life
always turns out how it's going to turn out.
That's why I'm not sitting there saying I listen to everything, but
You would have taken heed of certain things.
For them little things, that's what I'm saying. For certain things, I would have listened to it and
just took them in.
Yeah, of course, man, of course. There's a lot of things that even not just my mum, like other people, I wish I'd listen to.
But at the same time, it's respect as well, innit? That's what one thing we haven't touched upon. A mutual ground. Do you get it? Like I'm just big boss. You get it? So if my mum and my girl, if you don't get on, you should have a mutual respect, mutual ground
for me.
Through me. You get it? When I bring you two in the building, you two get on because that's who I am, bro. You get me? I just demand that type of respect, bro. You get me? You get what I'm trying to say? If I bring my mum and my girl together and they don't get on, you best be admirable right now because I'm here. Do you get it? Like if you want to bicker when I'm gone, bicker, do what you're doing. You get me? If you want to link up with uncle and you want to bicker against my girl, cool. If my girl wants to bicker against you, it's cool. But you see, when I bring you lot together,
it's respecting.
Respect, bro. You lot are my family, bro. You get me? I'm not separating my family for either of you. So fuck that shit. Get on while I'm here. You get me?
That's where I look at it. Where when it comes to family, like if I'm bringing someone round and they're saying they don't like, they're just saying shit. Like I don't want to. Like to me, that's not being supportive. I'm like, you don't need to tell me how much you hate this person. Like, that's not why I brought her here. Like, if you don't like her, don't tell me.
Keep that to yourself.
And then if something happens in the future, then you could be like, yeah, I thought so.
But
don't be like, just like to me, that's just bare negative.
Keep it to yourself.
So like, just don't say anything. If I bring someone around,
now I can understand opinion. Like I understand the opinion or throwing you a quick little opinion out there, but it's when it comes to like dragging.
But don't be like, nah.
Don't be overly dragging the situation, but at the same time, you'd say the same to your girl, innit? Like yo. But that's where a lot of it does fuck up because if you think about it, I'm a mummy's boy. You get it? So I can't imagine being the thing you're trying to argue with my mum. Are you sick in head? Like, what are you doing? Do you get it?
And even if your girl didn't like your parents.
But that's what I'm trying to say this is why I'm bringing up the whole topic because it's a battle, bro. It's got to be a battle, in it? Because that's your mum's, bro, and that's your girl. You get me? But your girl can't chat to your mum.
It's a loyalty thing as well.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't, you physically can't chat to my mum. Are you mad? I don't care, bro.
Alright, so say for instance in that situation now then. Alright, so say for instance, what's happening now then? So say for instance you take your girlfriend around to your mum's and there's an argument that breaks out, fam. What are you doing? And
this is what I'm saying.
This on the first meeting.
No, not even on the first meeting. Just any meeting
just in general.
Argument breaks out. What are you doing, bro?
This is what I'm trying to say when I say, yo.
Are you telling your mum not to talk to your girl like that? You telling your girl not to talk to your mum like that?
I'm demanding everybody to shut up right.
But you
right now.
Like that, like, oh, you see
women,
it,
bro.
You see women when
I've seen. That's what I'm saying. I've seen it happen with like siblings and whatnot. But it's a case of like, nah, bruv.
See,
at the same, you get me. You gotta be like, I'm on that. You get me? Like I'm on alpha. You get me? I'm on telling people. So I'm on telling my mum as well, same time, you get me, even though it's my mum, I'm on telling my mum like, yo,
mind that you talking about.
Calm you get me, like calm yourself down a little bit. I'm on telling my girl like calm yourself down a little bit, innit?
So in closing then, you're choosing the battle, yeah? I'm not choosing the battle between families no more. Like, I'm not even getting into if to be honest, if somebody's telling me I have to choose, then that's not the person for me in the first place. That's how I view it.
That's what I'm. That's what.
Jams, what are you on? You battling or you not battling?
See, after going all through the battling, it's long, bro. I'm on what you're on still. I'm on the same thing. So
whoever, if like, family, whoever, like, if you're telling me to choose between someone, if somebody's telling me to choose, then you clean up the person. That I need to be around,
it's like one of these ones. It's like the same. If I'm bringing a girl. Like, she's part of the family now, innit? Like, she's with me, so she's part of the family. If you can't accept that, then really and truly, you're not accepting me as well, innit?
But that's what I'm trying to say when I say, yo, I just demand respect, bro. Like, yo, if I bring my girl home, my girl could come in with, like, You get me? She could come in wearing the shortest dress or what. You get me? Like, you can't disrespect my... you can't disrespect my thing, bro.
Like Jam said, if there was an argument that broke out, like, I think people naturally go to the... Oh, there's an argument now between your mum and the girl. So now, you're going to have to pick. Like, why not just... Like, just say to them, like, say what's the problem first. Try and work out the problem.
Nah, I hear that,
instead
but that's like
That's in a perfect situation, though, isn't it?
yeah,
That's in a perfect
like you said,
situation.
it's one of them ones where it's easier said than done, innit? Because sometimes it's a case of okay, then
all of that hyping and piping though makes it
I might
worse,
not
don't
see.
it?
You know what I'm saying?
Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, just trying to say, oh, you know what? Fuck it, I'm here. Both of you shut the fuck up. Like,
Yeah, that's what I said, bro,
That can
like-
make
like-
the situation worse. You get me? So this is what I said. I'm not choosing a battle. Like, if it's a thing where you still trying to make me choose after all these years,
Yeah.
we're just not rolling in it. Me and you, he's trying to make me choose. We're not rolling. It's that, you get me? Like, no fucking.
But on the flip side of it as well, though.
That's
But if, alright, for example, see if my brother said something to me like, oh, yo, be careful or whatever, and I've then gone to go with the girl, and then the girl shows something of what my brother said,
Of what your brother said.
then I'm
But
gone.
I feel like naturally that would fester
Yeah,
in your
you
head.
probably will.
You'll
You
be
probably
looking
will.
out.
Probably still.
But
Probably
that's
still.
what it is, isn't it? Like,
But when you've already been through certain situations, you're naturally always gonna be on the lookout for certain things. Like,
Yeah, of course.
like you said, when you've been with somebody that you love, and that person done you wrong, you get what I'm saying? Like, done you dirty. No matter who you with after that, you're always gonna be on the lookout for. All right, then, well, if you're acting like that, that should show that you're just acting like how that person did me wrong.
of
So
course.
it doesn't matter. Certain things don't need to be put into your head. You just know what you've been through, and you know what you're not gonna accept in it. You're always gonna be on guard no matter what. Obviously, other people saying things here just adds to it, and it just adds to your own feelings. But like you said, if you actually see it now, if you start to see certain things, then what are you gonna do if your feelings ain't right and a person's saying that and it's adding to it? You're gonna bounce in it. So
And that's why sometimes I think it's a mind thing. Because say if your family or your brother or whatever said, you know what, I reckon you two are gonna get married, you know. Like,
It's psychological,
in your mind,
subconscious,
you're gonna be like, looking for that moment where you're like, I reckon
That my bro was right.
today's the day when we're gonna get married.
Yeah, my bro was right.
Yeah.
Nah, I hear that.
And you're gonna be looking out for that, but yeah.
So when it comes to conclusions, then lads,
yeah.
you man are saying what?
No battle.
No battle. Like,
battle.
don't make me pick.
No
Yeah, it's
battle.
long, it's
no
long.
picking.
I'm
no
saying,
nothing.
yo, respect me and my ground, and you lot need to come into a mutual understanding in it, mutual respect, mutual understanding. And another thing I will say is don't let the youth, like, try not to let the youths them feel it as much. You get me? Like, if you're,
Going through.
you know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, if you've got a kid and your siblings have got a kid, but your cousin, like the cousins might not get on. Do you get what I mean? About
Yeah, you
explain.
lost me there still.
You lost me. Okay, then. So say your brother's got a kid,
Yeah.
but him and his family are the ones that are over there.
With the family.
No, like say your brother's chose his family over your immediate family.
Yeah.
So he's chose his little immediate family over like your grandparents, mum, dad, la la la. Don't distance his child from your child.
Oh, because
Like
cousin,
the cousin, you know what I'm saying? Like the cousins are still
cousins.
Them like keep them like close. Do you get me?
'Cause he
Don't
didn't make that
distance.
decision.
No,
But you see, once again, that's
but that's what
easier
I'm
said than done. Though.
yeah, but it's easier said than done. But it's a human action to do any like you might not be choosing to distance them, but you can choose to not distance them. You can bring your youth to man. Do you get it?
But as the kid grows up, if he's with the brother that says, like, don't talk to Jams and whatever.
Why me, bro?
But the kid's gonna grow. He's gonna make sure the kid grows up to be like, that's a bad part of the family. So
It's true, still.
whether you want to get the kid involved, even though he's nothing to do with it, like.
Yeah, but obviously what I'm trying to say is adults them can make their own decision. You get me? If you're adult, if you're my nan, you can choose whether you want to go and see my youth. You know what I'm saying? But the youths them can't all choose to see each other. So that's what you like need to keep. You know what I'm saying? Like me and you, if you're my brother and you choose to like distance yourself, don't distance your youth from my youth. Do Do you get me? Like, bring your youth to, like, our youths have still got to be people's them.
Yeah, but it's hard. This is what I'm trying to say. It's hard though. If I'm not speaking to you,
How the youth's gonna get there?
you know what I'm trying to say? If I'm not speaking to, say for instance to my brother now, and yo, I don't know where they are. They're at his house. I'm not speaking to him, so I'm not gonna drop my youths around his house. You know what I'm trying to say to you? Unless it's like the nan's house, and everyone's there. Then
I meant it more as if like, okay, then so your issues with the parents, you get me? Like, not the siblings then. Like, me and your brothers, we ain't got beef, but you don't get on with, your missus don't get on with mum.
Oh, see, yeah.
Do you get me? But obviously, I get on with mum, so I'm automatically with my family. So you're the one that's dragged yourself out.
So it shouldn't really involve.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm saying, make sure you bring your youth to my youth's yard.
So they can familiarise
themselves. Make sure our youths them still get on. Okay, like, I'm always going to be with mum. If you've chose to distance yourself from mum, that's your business, innit? But make sure your youth knows my youth, bro.
Yeah, nah, hear that still.
Do you get it?
Hear that.
So that's my little job. Something on it. Yeah.
So let's wrap it up then. Wrap it up.
Yo, quick few shout outs, innit? Shout outs to IGYB family, in the studios where we are right now. Yeah. Big up Aaron, big up yourself, my G, innit? Looking after man nicely and that. Shout out Divine Cakes. Anything you need, anything you want for your belly. Birthday cakes, wedding cakes, funeral cakes, all types of cakes.
Plug in 10 minutes.
Shout them out, you get me?
Jump and Move.
Yeah.
Pine Entertainment High Limited.
Yes.
Don't get them as well.
Shout out Mighty Flames, innit? CCG now, you know how to serve some real good food, innit? So if you want that, go look for them up in King's Standing and what's not. All the man them, ladies, fellas, dogs, cats, yeah, man, at end the team.
Yeah, cool.
Enjoy your life, people. Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, yeah.
We're here.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. But yo. We almost forgot. We've got new subscribers. Huh? We've got new followers and them things.
Don't lie.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
Shout
You subscribe. Don't lie.
Yeah,
I ain't got a trim still. That's
we see everyone who's liking, commenting, subscribing and that.
New people, thank you, man.
Much
Thank you for
appreciated,
supporting everything, man. Thank you, man. We're trying to show love. We're trying to show the love back. So thank you, like, man. Most definitely.
Peace. Until next time, anyway. Yeah.
I see the IGYB man stepped in at the back there as well. Yeah. Shout out yourself, right? Big up IGYB, yeah.
GoodFathers,
Aye. You seen the big link up coming? Yeah.
Nothing.
Peace out, people.
Peace.